Hi everyone. Today video is on Blazor application handling errors using error boundaries component. So this is a .NET 6 feature. Okay. So what is error boundary component? Okay. Error boundary component is a built-in Blazor component that will handle the unhandled exceptions at the UI level. Okay. So with the error boundary component, we can handle the error at a particular section or a area of the page so that remaining page of the applications runs smoothly without any issues. Okay. So error boundary is a wrapper component. Okay. It should be used like a wrapper component. So where we can use means error boundary can be wrapped around any Blazor component. So it will display a content if no error. If the wrapped any component, if we wrap our error boundary, so that is child component, right? If there is no error from the unhandled error from the child component, then the content of the component will be displayed. But if any child component throws an error which is not handled at the component level, then it will shows the error message. Okay, so one level of wrapping is around the component. Okay, error boundary can be wrapped around at the right body element in the main layout. So this is the razor body element, right? So we can use error boundary by wrapping around it as well. Okay, so it means its scope is global, means it is a page level scope. Okay, so any error occurs inside of the component of the page, then the entire page will display error message. Okay, so how this is how we have to use the error boundary Blazor component. Okay. Okay, now I want to create a Blazor WebAssembly template. So this error boundary can be used either in Blazor server or WebAssembly. In this demo, I am creating Blazor WebAssembly template. Here I am using .NET CLI command to create the .NET 6 project. Okay. So command is like .NET new Blazor WebAssembly template name -o, and you have to specify the name of your project. Okay. I am creating my project. So project is successfully created. I want to use Visual Studio Code as my editor. So here we can see target framework is .NET 6.0 and my template is Blazor WebAssembly template. Okay. So first I want to uh, do a small demo regarding the error boundary by wrapping it around the Blazor component. For that, what I will do, I will go to index.razor page. Okay. Now index.razor page, I will use error boundary component. Okay. And what I will do, I will inject counter component here. Okay. So this is called component level handling errors using the error boundary. Now we have to throw some exception from the counter component. So here what I will do, here I will simply return an exception. Okay. Now on button, this is a button click method, right? So if we click button, it should throw exception. Okay, and we have wrapped counter. So let's run the application and test. So here we can see our counter component is rendered here, right? So first let's go to counter page and click me button. See here at the bottom, an unhandled exception is added. This will create entire page will be disturbed because of this error. Okay. Now go to index. Okay. Once refresh the page again. Now in the home page, if I click on click me, see how it will handle error boundary. See some nice error message it is displaying, but remaining part of the application is working perfectly. See, right. Remaining part of the application won't be breaked because unhandled exception will be handled by the error boundary. Okay, so that's how it will handle the exceptions of the component which are not handled at the component level. So this is called component level handling. Okay. Now let's do page level. Okay. So to do the page level, go to main.layout.razor. Okay. So let's wrap the error boundary. Okay. Let's move our body tag inside of it. Let's remove this error boundary here. Okay. From the component level. Anyway, we have handled at page level, right? So now run and test. Okay. So I have loaded my page again. If you observe, only specific area is uh, displaying message, right? Because hello world and this survey component, everything is displaying when I did for component level. Now I am doing for page level, right? See how it will show. See, there is no survey component or message of the page. Means page level means entire page will be displayed with the error message. Okay, you can observe here. This component is not displayed here because we have enabled the error boundary at page level, means global scope. Okay, so that is the difference between uh, component level handling and page level handling. Okay, so here with page level we will have one more issue. So if I navigate to other menu links, carefully observe here. See, still content is not changing. Error message only showing because exception is handled at home page, but if we navigate to other page, still the home page exception is showing. That is because this is the global scope, because every page renders under it. Since it is already handling the exception, that is why it is not able to load other content data. Okay, so how to overcome this issue? So to overcome this issue, we have to use the instance of the error boundary, and from that instant there is a method called recover. If we invoke that recover, okay, so that error message will be cleared. Okay, so to do that, let's create a error boundary variable. Okay, and here I will use a lifecycle method like on parameter set. Okay, so here what I will do, error boundary recover. Okay, so this on parameter set get execute on every route navigation. That's why we are implementing our recover method here. And now we have to get the instance of the error boundary, right? So to do that, we have to do ref, and here we need to pass our error boundary parameter. Now we will get the control over this component into our C# code. Okay, so let's run and test now. Let's click and get the error. Now we got error. If I navigate to counter page, see now I am able to load the counter because our message has been cleaned out by the recover method. Okay. Now if I go to fetch, I will get the data. If I go again, click on, and if I navigate, our page is smoothly working without any issue. So that is the use of the recover method of the instance. Okay. And finally, we can customize the UI part or message part of the error box. We are seeing error box here, right? So we can customize this. Okay. So to do that, what you have to do means, we have to use the two more child components inside of the error boundary, like child content, and to this child content we have to move our body tag. Okay, component should be rendered inside of the child content. And now we have to add another child component like error content. Okay. So if no error, this component will be rendered. If there is an error, the content inside of this component will be error. So inside of it, we can uh, design our error message. Okay. Okay, let's test it. Okay, now reproduce the error again. Oopsie, my custom message is displaying. Okay, that's how we have to customize the error response for the error boundary Blazor component. Okay, so that's all about the .NET 6 future in Blazor WebAssembly about error boundary. Okay, I hope this video has delivered some useful information to you all. If you like my video, please support me by subscribing to my channel. Soon we will meet with a new video. Until then, signing off.